Hey everybody, Ryan here again with Cirque Running. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're coming back at you from Poway in San Diego, California, about to run the Ellie Lane loop that connects to the top of Iron Mountain. Basically, if you go about 30 seconds north from the normal Iron Mountain trailhead, you'll be able to park at the trailhead for Ellie Lane. And what this does, it kind of extends the loop for Iron Mountain and turns it into about 9 miles and probably close to 2,000 feet of elevation gain, if I remember correctly. So it's a great alternative if you want to get a little bit of extra distance when doing the Iron Mountain Trail. There's usually nobody on the Ellie Lane Trail too, which is great. You know, one thing to be wary of, we actually know somebody personally that had a little mountain lion encounter here a few months ago. So, you know, if you're going to be running this, just know they're more active in the early morning and the late evening. So here I am in the middle of the day. I'm not too worried about it, but just something to be aware of. There's lots of cougars out in San Diego, so just be wary. But regardless, it's a really great run. It's definitely got some punchy little steep sections to it. And then it connects over to Iron Mountain, and then we'll be coming back to the car. It's a big loop. So hope you enjoy it. Let's go get after it. We're gonna go here. Iron Mountain. Right back there. Mile in or right around there, you're going to come to your first junction where you're going to want to go left. If you were to go right this way, that's going to take you straight over to the Iron Mountain Trail. So technically you could do that counterclockwise. Today we're going to go clockwise, loop it all the way over to the Iron Mountain. Just topping out the first steep climb of Ellie Lane. What we're going to do is we're going to get to the saddle, drop back down behind the mountain, climb up another saddle, then down the backside of that to get over to Iron Mountain. Just know as you start topping out on these saddles, there's lots of little lefts and rights you can take. So just pay attention. Usually it's the most worn in trail, it's going to be the most obvious, but the first one I'm seeing here is this cross. Clearly the right trail looks like the one to go down, but there are a few that you might get off the trail a little bit, but it's easy to find again. So yeah, there's Iron Mountain. We're going to be dropping in here, going up that canyon over there, back to the trail. after you come down off that first saddle on the back side of that first steep climb, you're gonna come to a big junction at the bottom. If you were to continue to go straight, kind of hug right, that's gonna take you back towards Iron Mountain. You're gonna wanna go left into this grove of trees. Down here. All right, just made it to the top of the second saddle. Beautiful views of East County. Look off in the distance, you can see Cuyamaca Peak. If you're really lucky, you can actually split board it. I got that opportunity a couple of years ago. It was awesome in March. El Cajon Mountain, way over there, that's another great one. And you can see where we just came from. There's a big bald mountain right there. And to my right, there's one with a bunch of rocks. We came up between those two and then dropped down the backside and then came up this climb right here to the second saddle. It's a really punchy climb on the second one, so be ready for it. I also wanted to comment real quick on the fuel that I'm taking today. I'll be out here for a couple hours, so usually if that's the case, within an hour I'll down usually about 90 carbs and 300 to 400 calories. Today I'm trying Never Second for the first time. Just popped 3 of these, pretty good. They tasted great. I had an unflavored one, an orange, and a berry. The viscosity was a lot thinner though, so it'll be interesting to see how fast that gets into my system. Much thinner than some of the other fuels I've used in the past, but pretty tasty, really good actually. So we'll see how that goes. Coming up to the Iron Mountain Junction here. About 3.25 mile in. So when you pop out here, if you go right, you go back to the Iron Mountain parking lot and trailhead. So we are going to continue straight ahead up that trail, and you'll see a sign. Same sign you would have seen in our only Iron Mountain video that we did. So keep going straight. Iron Mountain trailhead right behind me this way. And we just got to the junction to turn off for Ellie Lane again, so you'll see a nice wide open sign here at the fork. And we want to go down this way. All right, Ellie Lane done. Whew. All right, we just wrapped up our run of Ellie Lane in San Diego in the city of Poway. So as you can see, today we clocked a little over 10 miles and about 2,400 feet of gain. There was lots of filming today, and I was also training, so that definitely added to that. So realistically, we're probably looking at around 9.5 miles and 2,000 feet, kind of like what we were saying earlier today. So yeah, Ellie Lane, super great run as you can see. I really saw only, I think, 3 people on the trail the entire day until I got over to the Iron Mountain portion. So it's a really fun place to go run if you're looking to get off the beaten path. Definitely some super punchy, steep climbing on the first few hills, so just be ready for that. But yeah, I highly recommend doing Ellie Lane here in San Diego. Also want to give a big shout out to our most recent brand partner here, The Feed. They've come on board with Cirque Running, so we'd like to say support the brands that support our service. The Feed's great, so all of our athletes and anybody that does an event with Cirque Running in the future will be privy to some discounts with them. And we also want to give a shout out to Ridge Merino. That's the shirt top I'm wearing today. It's a lightweight merino wool top. Ridge has been a partner of ours for a very long time through another service that we own and operate, Golden State Guiding. But if you get the chance, check out Ridge Merino. They're an awesome brand. They're based out of Mammoth Lakes up in the Sierra. Super good friends of ours. Just want to support them where we can. And like I say, as always, if you're digging these videos, please support the cause. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Substack channel. Make sure to like the videos, drop us a comment. We always love hearing from our community. You guys are awesome. There's been tons of support so far, and we're looking forward to doing a lot more of this in the future. All right, come get Ellie Lane.